Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I follow some school teachers, Pocketful of Primary, Teach for Less. I watch them all the time. So I saw them do the teacher tag, so I thought I would do that, but of course, you know, I would add my little bit of glam and makeup into it. I'm getting ready to go, get this, to do makeup for a client, and then head over to my school for Meet the Teacher because school is about to start. So we have that event. So that's like my life in one day, a makeup client and then a school event. Stay tuned after that because I will give you a tour of my classroom. Still doing beauty videos, makeup tutorials, reviews, but I thought I would just add a little bit of what I do for a living. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I will link below the people who created the tag, Jenniune Teaching and Apples and Tiaras, their channel below, teaching channels if you're interested, and the other tags that I mentioned from Pocketful of Primary and Teach for Less. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not. Like this video, share it, and I appreciate you guys so much. Bye. So the first question is, how long have you been teaching? Sorry, I'm looking down. So the first question is, how long have you been teaching? What grades have you taught? Tell us a little bit about your background, education, internship, etc. Okay. So this is going to be my 5.5 year, and it's in a half because my first teaching job was in February. Started in February, so that was like half a year that I count. I've taught kindergarten, first grade. I've taught kindergarten for that half a year, then first grade for 2 years, fourth grade for 2 years, and this will be my 5.5 year, 5th year, and I'm teaching fourth grade again. Fourth grade I taught reading and writing, then I taught all subjects, everything, and now I'm going back to just doing reading and writing. My educational background, I have a degree in sociology, Bachelor of Science, is that what you call it? In sociology. And I did not internship because my degree was not in elementary ed. So yeah, I got experience through working as a substitute. I started substituting when I was in school, and I started working at the school my mother was teaching at. She still is at that school actually, but that's where I started substituting on the days I didn't have class. So that's kind of how I got my experience. So yeah, that's it for that one. What grade do you currently teach? Where do you teach? Okay, I kind of answered that a little bit. I currently am teaching fourth grade reading and writing. I teach in Florida, South Florida, and yeah, I teach in Palm Beach County, where I also went to school. So yeah. 3, what is your school mascot? My school mascot is an eagle. It was an eagle at the first school I taught at and subbed at, and this school as well is an eagle. I just had to remember for a second. We're eagles. And that's funny because all through middle school and high school, the school I attended, they were eagles. And then in college, I was an owl. So I've been a bird a lot of my life. How many students are in your class this year? So I do have my class list, but teachers know that changes. But at this very moment in time, I have 17, which is amazing if it stayed 17. But that's not what's gonna happen, so that's that. But right now I have 17, but people register, people move, people don't come, more people come, register on the first day, so it's not gonna stay 17. Right now I have 17 in my homeroom. Since I teach reading and writing, my other group I believe has 20. It's more than my homeroom, I know that for sure. Okay, what is your ideal class size? That's funny that comes. My ideal class size in a perfect world. In a perfect world, if I was teaching 4th grade, because I think it's all also the age of the kids, what would be a good number for them. In my perfect world, for 4th grade reading and writing, I would say 15 or 16. Even in odd numbers, they don't really bother me. But maybe even, because it's just easier, like, to work in partners and stuff like that. But I would say 16, because that's a small enough group where I can give them the attention that I want to give them, and do all the things I want to do. But regardless of the class size, I think what more matters to me is how many like needy behavior problems are in one room. Because I could have a class of 5, but if they have lots of needs and our behavior, I don't want to say problems, that's not fair, but teachers, you know what I mean. If you have a lot of needy students who you need to manage way more than others, then it doesn't matter how small the class size is. Because I could have 40 angels that are kind and love to learn, and I would be fine with 40. So I think it also depends on the variety and the types of students that you have. But just your average here and there, you know, typical class that you get of different kinds, I would say 16. But we know that's not realistic, especially in Florida. How many students, I don't know. What's your favorite drink at Starbucks? Okay. I don't do Starbucks every day. I will do Dunkin' Donuts more often, just because there's Dunkin' Donuts on every corner where I live. Not every corner, but way more than Starbucks. Starbucks is more far, few in between, or Target. But drink at Starbucks, I like caramel macchiato. I honestly haven't tried anything else, because I don't go to Starbucks. I go to Dunkin' Donuts. So, yeah. I'm more than halfway through, and all I have is my brows done. 7, what is your favorite online resource? Teachers Pay Teachers. That's a whole entire website and marketplace, though, so I don't know if that's exactly what's meant. But since I love reading and writing, I would say, well, they have them for all subjects, so I can't just say for reading and writing. But interactive notebooks that I've gotten off of Teachers Pay Teachers. They're fun and they're interactive and they're easy, but they help teach. They help me to teach and have the students like visualize in a fun way the different concepts that I am teaching. So I love interactive notebooks that I get from Teachers Pay Teachers. I also like videos that illustrate the standard that I'm teaching in a concrete way that's relatable to the students. I mean, the usual teacher stuff. Can you describe your perfect classroom? A classroom where everybody gets along and everybody listens to me the very first time I give a direction. Not a perfect classroom, like physical classroom or like group of kids classroom. Okay, I'll do both maybe. Perfect classroom, spacious, tables. Oh my goodness. I literally just threw my foundation. Ah! Okay. But it's okay. It's like things that I can clean. So, a spacious room with tables, because I like groups. I do a lot with groups and teams and tables. And a little stage at the front that I could use and the students could use when they're presenting throughout the year. Big windows, a bathroom that we don't have to share with another class, a nice water fountain, what else? A lot of storage space, neutral colored furniture that doesn't clash with your classroom decor, with your theme. Put some foundation down here. What else would be the perfect class? Yeah, I think that's it. Perfect class. I can just basically a class. I don't have to have perfect, because there's no such thing as perfect. Like amazingly behaved kids, but kids that try above anything else, and I guess are willing to push through. But I know that's also taught too, because anyone, even adults, we naturally don't like to do things that are hard for us. We want to give up. But I rather have kids who try and aren't afraid of failing, because it doesn't matter where you are. I'll meet you there and get you where you need to be, but it's just so much harder when they're not willing to try. Okay, describe your perfect school. Like a true community where the parents and administrators and teachers and students are all there for the same reason, working for the same goal, and just have student achievement. Where perfect school, where everybody supported everybody and everybody just kept their eye on why they're there and nothing else, for the kids, for the students. And yeah, because that's the biggest thing, because if you have that, then it makes your job so much easier, and the kids are so much more successful. What is your favorite part, least favorite part about teaching? My favorite part about teaching? Those like light bulb moments where I've been teaching a concept or skill, teaching, and then I see the light bulb go off in a student, where they're like, oh, seeing them make their own connections and them get interested and invested in whatever it is. Them, when I see them go off and want to learn more, creating like lifelong learners, seeing them become that, that's one of my favorite parts. And seeing how they like grow and what they do after they're not in my class anymore. That's my favorite part. My least favorite part, all the stuff that we have to do as teachers that sometimes feels like seems like isn't fair to the students and isn't beneficial to them, or things that we do to the students that maybe someone along the line intended to be beneficial but is really detrimental. I can't talk. Great teacher, right? Things that we do, we require of them, but is also harming them, that maybe wasn't the intention, but that's what it does, and not being able to do anything about it. Just the extra stuff that doesn't help our students. Basically, that's what I hate. But yeah. What is some advice that you would give to a beginning teacher, someone who is thinking about going into teaching, or someone who is already teaching? There's so many things that's said about teaching in the profession, but I would say don't listen to what other people are telling you. If it's something that you really have a desire to do, do it, because those are the people that those kids need in there with them, fighting for them, teaching them. The money is the number one negative thing I hear about it. And say, oh, well, the money's horrible, da 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 da. If you really want to do something, and it's not just with teaching, just with anything, I feel like if you really want to do something, you can find a way to do it and still be satisfied, like in every area of your life. If you really want to teach, you can teach. If it's something that you truly deep down inside want to do, you can do it. And then you could start selling on Teachers Pay Teachers, and it's still fulfilling your passion of teaching, creating resources, but that could be an additional income. I mean, there's so many things. So the money thing, I don't think should be the reason why you don't. There can be a number of reasons, and maybe you could include that in, but don't let that be the reason why you choose not to, because it really is an amazing job. And I think that sometimes little kids are much nicer than grown-ups. So that's another thing I like about being a teacher. Some of them have more common sense than grown-ups. You'd be surprised, boy, I tell you. And some advice I would give. In the beginning, it's going to be hard. Like with a lot of things. I mean, when you don't know, it's going to be hard. But every year, it gets easier. Like, I just set up my classroom and I'm getting ready for this school year. And I'm comparing it to my first year. And I'm like, I'm not stressed out. I'm not worried. Because every year it gets a little bit easier. And just ask for help. Ask for help. I know, like, new teachers might hear all these, like, acronyms and terms. And you're sitting in meetings and you're like, I have no idea what any of this stuff means. I don't know how I'm gonna do everything they are telling me to do. Just try your best and close your door and do what you can in your classroom. As long as you have good intentions and you are doing your best and you are teaching the kids what they need, giving them what they need, you'll be fine, and that'll be seen. So that's what I say to that. And anybody that's already teaching, you're doing great. Have a good school year. Okay? And let's see, are there any more? No, there are no more questions. So I will see you. So this is my room. This is the door. And Meet the Teacher just finished, so I hope nobody walks in on me. This is my board. Different text feature. Statements. Wonder is the theme for our entire school. And here's my desk. It's a little messy. Lots of things from Target. Teachers, you know the struggle. My library. Up there, I hope I'm not breathing hard, like I'm rushing. Up here is going to be anchor charts in the cursive alphabet because I teach cursive. And then each desk is going to have a number. That's what I'm going to use for my students. Back here is going to be a place where they store a lot of things. And my refrigerator, microwave, and wordsmith station, as well as little signs. Sorry if I'm going fast, but I'm on a time crunch. And here is where they were putting their supplies today for Meet the Teacher. And on my cabinets, I have my word wall. And that's a teacher talking outside. All right, I am out of here. That is an overview of my room. And that's it. I hope all you teachers out there and students have a great year. And my daughter's hiding over there. And that's my quick little classroom tour. So thanks so much for watching.